Now, I'm not going to land Boba Fett this time because last time I did that, it all went to hell. So we started with Vader. You saw how I just drug him down to the surface to attack. We're going to land some ATSTs. We're going to land a couple stormtroopers here. And, you know what? We're going to land another set of ATSTs because I have a feeling I'm going to deal with more vehicles uh, than troops. I will also say one other thing while I'm binding these guys is that the pirates have a tendency to have much more mechanical units than they do land troops. And by mechanical units, I do mean these something similar to ATSTs. They use pod walkers and the like, and light craft, which are essentially the tartan cruisers of the ground. And they can just wipe troops clean. It's really quite impressively. You would argue that it's unbalanced, but again, it's the rock paper scissor effect. And there is always something out there that can chew that up just as easily as it chews up your troops. You also notice that, unlike Fondor, now the humans are on my side. So I've gone up here and I've bound these guys to group 0. Now, why did I bind them so far to the other side of the keyboard? Well, because they're only kind of sort of useful to me. They're handy for capturing reinforcement points, which what I'm going to use them for, and also build pads. A group of them can hold their own against a small group of infantry, but with a larger group, yeah, they're okay. It's really useful for fodder and helping to keep them busy, and it doesn't count against you. Alrighty, we've bound all this stuff up. I'm going to go ahead and you may say, well, why do you always build anti-infantry turrets? Well, because one, tanks can't capture reinforcement points. However, infantry can. And the rebellion, and well, the AI in general has a nasty tendency. Whoops, wrong one. Let's rebind him. Has a nasty tendency of sending troops right through your reinforcement point. Oh, and then here we go. Alrighty, so we're going to use him. We're going to push these guys away because I really don't want to start losing troopers right away. Oh, I'm sorry, ATSTs right away. Alrighty, now we've already got that down there dealt with, and here's the beauty of it, is that you can issue orders while paused, which is handy to manage stuff. Now, I'm not sure if you can do this with a human player playing, but as long as you're playing against the AI, go for it. You can see there we just actually managed to dodge that light patrol crap, but I also know that which way he's heading, which helps. We're going to send these guys over here, and because we have those acclimator cruisers in orbit, I also have access to a bombing run, which will come in handy for wiping out the base here. And in fact, I probably could wipe them out without losing too many units at all by simply bringing in, if I get these guys close enough to the bombing run, or to their base, because the pirates here are only going to have one building for a base. I could essentially get those guys over there, drop in a bombing run, and go home and be home in time for dinner. We're going to crush this guy. We're going to, whoa, run like heck. Fire, fire, fire. Oh, something's hitting me, and it must be an anti-vehicle turret. Alright, we're going to back up here, and we're going to do what we got to do, which is get rid of this base here. We got to fall back. We've got no choice, and this is going to be far better of an outcome if I do that. Garrison's just a little bit too tough right now, and because of that, you may notice that, oh darn, Vader got really weak, so how am I going to get around that? Well, it opened up an opportunity. You see again, my reinforcement dropped to 3 of 4 because Vader's lost so much health. I'll take advantage of that, sell this anti-infantry turret, build a back-to-tank, and we're going to heal these guys up. And I'm going to bring this ATST over here. I'm actually going to bring the whole squad. And I'm going to build a repair station over here. Ta-da! And now I have more units on the ground than I really should. Now you can call it an exploit, you can call it a glitch, but the truth of the matter is it still works. And for a human player, if they're managing this battle well enough, the defense of it, it shouldn't be a problem really for them to deal with it. Now, as you may notice, that I'm going to have another bombing run ready here in just a moment. Alrighty, let's go back and we're going to waste these fellas. And notice again the beauty of civilian garrisons. They're already back for me to use again. And I can use them to capture more build pads and target another bombing run yet again. It's a wonderful life. Even if it's short and fleeting. Yeah, I don't care for that too much. We're going to just crush you. I'm going to cheat and we're going to push you away. It feels slightly cheapened, but yeah, whatever. What can you do? Oops. Need to back that off or I need to waste that guy in a hurry. Yes, and now we have our reinforcement point. Let's bring in these troops in a hurry. Ah, come on. There we go. And we're going to be bringing death here. And because we wiped out everything else, we didn't have to go in there and fight this long, protracted battle. And we didn't lose a single unit. So we completed both the space battle and the land battle in just under, I think, what, 16 minutes? Somewhere in there. Go ahead and build all of that, and we'll fill those guys up. And we'll prepare for the battle at Ilum. And when we do the next mission, we'll be ready to attack Ilum, and that's where we'll pick up from there. And we'll start with the space battle with Boba Fett, and we'll show you a few of his neat tricks up his sleeve for space and for land combat. Anyway, see you on the other side.